A number of you are interested in our Filipino family, the Sabanel family. Jason is one of the 10 children, and this is a little history um, showing Jason and Mak, her husband, and their housing, and they're sharing it with Jade and Jamin. This is Jason's graduation picture. She's now a teacher at South Central Luzon Conference. Here she is at graduation time with her husband. So there's Jason and Raymark, or we call him Mak. And here is Jason with Shen, their daughter, their precious daughter. So Jason and Mak. Here's a picture of Jade, actually at Jess's wedding, and a picture of Jamin and Jason. While at school at Naga View College, pathfinding was a big deal. And here is a picture of Jason with a number of the Pathfinder students. You see the Pathfinder table that they built out of bamboo, covered it with banana leaves, and they're having prayer before their feast. So here they are, and there is Jason. And here's a picture of Mak at the division office, Southern Asia Pacific Division, and he's a ministerial student at Naga View College with 2 years to finish up. So Jason is now a teacher for South Central Luzon Conference, and this is the housing that was offered to them by the treasurer of the school in Aurora, where they live. Notice these panels and notice the cracks in the doors, or in the panels, I should say. There'll be a picture from inside. Upstairs is where Jade and Jamin are designated to stay. This is an outdoor picture. Of course, you see the grill work for safety. And the water pipe supply line on the outside of the house. So here's that picture, which means at night, if you have a light on in the house, somebody could walk up and observe what you have in the house. And this is their living room and their bedroom. The windows covered with plastic at that point. And here's Mak. I mean, they don't have a table or anything. At least they get some natural light and some fresh air through the jealousy windows. Fortunately, the grill work on the outside protects them. You see the stairway, it's very steep, not much more than a ladder. You see the wooden handrail there. And to the left is the kitchen. Somebody might say, well, why don't they paint the place? Well, paint costs money, and everybody doesn't have money. In fact, we provide them 2,000 pesos each for their eating budget for the month, which amounts to $40. $40 a person. The kitchen, notice their small gas stove and their Sprite bottle there, probably with oil in it. Right across the way is the CR, the comfort room. You can see the toilet, and I just feel so bad for them. Here's some ventilation, not much light into the bathroom. So I asked Jamin, what do you do when you need to use the CR? And there's no door. And she said, well, everybody else just gives you space. So what happens if you need to use a CR or take a shower and a meal's being prepared? Well, you see the problem. Here's the stairway going upstairs. It's very steep. And here is Jade coming up the stairs wearing her mask. Look at her eyes. You can see the expression in her eyes. These two little stools were stools that we bought when Cherry's children went to the Philippines with us. And that's the stools, the chairs that Jamin and Jade have to use, and a couple of TV trays that we took over there. Clothesline rope in the room. And there's outdoors onto the balcony, and there's a water faucet so they can get some water up there. So that's their sleeping area. Jamin bought a piece of vinyl to put on the floor under the two thin mattresses that we bought some time back. There's Jade. I'm just happy that they have one of the electric fans that we had before. I asked Jamin, do you have a light for your room? And she sent me a picture, so that's their light for their room. So that's the house where a graduated school teacher who's teaching school lives, a ministerial student, and two other students. Well, today I woke up to get a message, we've moved. How much better. So you see this grill work gives them some protection and some air, and it looks to me like there is a gate that can be swung in place. At least I hope so. This is in the kitchen area. Bare cement floor. There's a twin bed up on its side there, which is really a piece of light plywood with some 2x on a couple of 4 legs. So there's the kitchen area. They have not moved in at this point. It needs to be cleaned up. Another view of the same area. Notice the floor. To the left, notice the wood. I believe that is the door to the CR, the comfort room, the bathroom. We'll see some pictures of that in a minute. Here is one of the bedrooms. I believe that you pass from the kitchen into this room. There's a set of bunk beds, and then there is a double or queen size bed tilted up on its side. At least it gets them up off the floor, even if they just use it for a seating area. Through the door into the next room. I'm guessing this is the landlord, and he's sweeping the floor. And I think this is Mama Josie. It looks like her. So in that room, which we'll see in a bit, there is some furniture. But I'd like to go back and look at the bathroom. So there's a one spigot that goes into the bucket, which can be poured into the toilet. And generally there is a drain hole in the corner because you use that same bucket and a ladle to pour the cold water over you to take your bath. And they are always clean. They always smell nice. And they have to endure this cold water. It's just the way it is. But hooray, this has a bathroom door on it. Outdoors, I think this is the back door. I don't know what it looks like in that backyard or how big it is. Looks like there's some other apartments down the way. But there is a second door there. And I believe that goes into one of the bedrooms. I think this is under the entry area, part of the grill work. So you can just imagine when the sun is beating down, there's no insulation. That becomes like an oven. So this bedroom has windows that can be closed for privacy, but they can get some fresh air at night. And here is the room the man was sweeping. Got a bright light bulb, got a set of bunk beds, and it has a bench to sit on. So in addition to the plastic chairs, they've got a place to sit down, a place where they could actually meet for their worship, because they have a guitar and they get together early in the morning. And here are a couple of bonus pictures. This is out at the front gate, looking to the left. The motorcycle. It's fairly typical place, cement block, and directly across the street, a motor scooter. Everybody has a wall and some kind of bars, depending on what can be afforded. And then looking to the right. So now you have an idea where they're living. Glad I could get those couple of extra pictures. Thank you for watching. God bless.